Welcome to Elle's Nails, where it doesn't take $1,000,000 for your nails to look like $1,000,000. Today I have some candy cane nails. This is pretty messy, as you can see, but it's easily cleaned up with a little nail polish remover. So for this, I have a Broadway red gel polish that I'm using. And I have a Broadway glitter that I put on top of that, as you can see. And then I have a Broadway white that I'm using. Other tools that you'll need is some tape. I have some Scotch tape here. And I also have some nail tape. You could probably just get away with using Scotch tape if you don't have that. But I have that, so I have two different sizes on my candy cane. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take a piece of the nail tape and I'm going to cut it off. I'll set that aside for now. And then I'm going to take a piece of my Scotch tape here. I'm gonna cut that off my tape. And you see that there are always a cat meowing at me. There are often little ridges at the bottom of the tape. So I'm going to go 3 ridges in as my measurement for this. That's my kitty. So then I'm going to set that aside and cut one more piece. The messy part really is actually getting the tape off. That's where all of the stuff comes off on the back of your hand. Okay, so I have the 2 pieces of thicker tape and then one piece of nail tape, which is the thin one. I'm going to take that nail tape and I'm going to stick it down diagonally across my nail in the center. It helps if I actually put the sticky side down. Once you have that down, you can take the 2 pieces of thicker tape and put them on each side with a fairly sizable gap in between. Try to make that as parallel as possible. Make sure it's stuck down fairly well. And now comes the messy part. We are going to take our white polish And as you see, of course, my nail polish underneath is completely dry. So I have my white nail polish, and you need a fairly generous portion of white polish on here. Now I know that's not going to be enough. I had to do 2 coats, but you don't want it to dry completely in between. Just give it a second to set in a little bit. And while I'm doing that, I should mention that I also have a toothpick here that I used for touch-ups and to kind of erase it if it's a little bit crooked. We'll see if it comes out crooked here in a second. So now I'm just going to add my second coat here. That actually could use a little bit more. Okay, now while it's still wet, we need to pull off the polish, the tape, which is the messy part. There we go. As you see down at the end there, it always seems to flood. So I'm going to take my toothpick and kind of push that around a little bit so that it's even. And I'm going to take my polish, once again the white polish, and I'm going to clean up the tip a little bit so it's a little straighter. There we are. Need a little bit on the top there. There we go. Now you'll need to, because it does flood a little bit, get a cleanup brush and some acetone, and we'll clean up the edges here. See, I need to do a little more adjusting. If you find that you need to add some red polish or add some additional white, you can always take your toothpick and add some more. And there, that's pretty good. Once you put on your clear top coat, it will pretty much smooth itself out. Now you want to wait a few minutes before you put on that top coat or else it will smear. But that is it for candy canes. So that's it for this time, and we'll see you next time.